It's 34 Vibe Nation. All gas, no brakes.
Good vibes, guys. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back again for another video. And in today's video, guys, usually I keep facts or something before I've been making videos about Hornets games or whatever I'm talking about, basically. I not pre-record, but I practice through all the stats and stuff where I write it down and have it in front of me. You guys know that and all that, because I constantly look down and look up at the camera and whatnot. But I don't have any of that today. Nope. Look, hold on. Nope, I don't have any of that today. Normally I would be going through these games, like 20 some at a time, like I normally do, 10 some, whatever. Just life got busy, like it always does for everybody, and I just completely forgot about YouTube. Quite honestly, for a good minute, I posted that one video, maybe two videos that were not basketball related, just for fun because I like to goof off and stuff. And just kind of test the waters, you know. You never know what your YouTube niche could be or could become, you know. So it's worth a shot. I prefer sports, but I also like comedy and fun. So shout out Trevor Wallace. I think that's his name. He's a heck of a dude. Funny. Anyways, instead of going through the rest of these Hornets games on one video with the whole stats per game splits and whatnot, I don't know what game I left off in this last video that we did something like this. I'm just gonna keep it clear and to the point, guys. We've been terrible. I don't know what game I left off with last video, but since then things have been awful. And quite frankly, you'll look at our record and be like, well, we've kind of always been 500 or sort of below it or above it the whole season. It just feels like it's been awful. Like, for every win we get, I feel like we lose two. And it's tough, guys. I feel like this season, since the halfway mark, every game we do win, it's just eh. And this team just doesn't seem like that team that could beat a contender. Like when we were beating Miami and Brooklyn and Milwaukee at the beginning of the season, that was nuts. But when I see this team, I don't see us being that team that beats those teams anymore. And I guess it's because, LaMelo missed some time now, which, spoiler, in case you're wondering, he's been out and he's back, obviously. Gordon Hayward still out, probably won't even be in the play-in tournament, which, yes, we are now 33 and 37, but I'll get back to that in a minute. We're the 8th seed for now. And, Devontae Graham was injured. He's been up and down. He's been really clutching games. Some other games he's been struggling. PJ Washington has, oh my goodness. Every time he convinces me that he's doing good and he's getting better, he just stops getting better. And it just annoys me so bad. Malik Monk missed time, came back from his injury recently, and hasn't been the same that he was, dropping 30 bombs and whatnot. And who's the other dude? Who's the other guy? I'm blanking out right now. Miles Bridges just came out of, he had to miss 6 games or so because of COVID protocols. And he actually came back today against the Knicks, the second to last game of our regular season, and he was insane. But even he ended up missing time, and we were 2-4 when he was gone, and that sucks. So let me give some context of where this Hornets team is right now, guys. So if I'm being completely real, we're the 8th seed, and tomorrow is the last game of the regular season. Now, the way I'm seeing things in my brain is, for a great story, because I love me some good storylines and whatnot, I want to see us Hornets go up against the Boston Celtics in the play-in tournament. We are clinched in the play-in now. We can't move up. So I want to stay at the 8 seed and play the Celtics because that's the Hornets going up against Kemba Walker, and they're missing Jaylen Brown, who's out for the rest of the season with some sort of fractured finger or something. I don't know. And I think we have a chance. I really think we do. Somehow. I went into today's game against the New York Knicks hoping that we were going to win. I had a good feeling about it. I felt confident. I felt strong. And I knew that if the Pacers lost to the Lakers, which LeBron was coming back, then we were clinching the 8 seed. And I was like, yes, you know what? Even if we lose in the play-in tournament, at least I know in my heart that we were the 8 seed. And if the play-in tournament didn't exist, we would have made the playoffs for the first time in like 5 years. That would have been great. We would have snagged it back from the Pistons who stole it from us in the 2018-19 season. And that would have just been the greatest feeling ever. That's truly what I want. This Hornets team, you know, they have overachieved in my opinion. But because they've just had so many ups and downs. They've had to fight so many injuries, adversities, and whatnot. And it's just a developmental year for guys like LaMelo, rookie. He's been struggling recently. It's just, you know, it's just us trying to figure things out and where we go forward. We didn't really have a true center this season, which also, shout out Cody Zeller recently for upping his game. I'm starting to think he's upping his game mainly because he wants a team to actually give him a contract in free agency and not just sit there and never get a job. But, oh, yeah, guys. Went into this game against the Knicks. The Knicks are the best defense in the NBA at this point. And I'm thinking to myself, well, Derrick Rose has been on a tear recently. The Knicks have been looking really good, but we got to win this game, right? And so, I know I was stuck. But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, like, I knew that this Knicks team was a tough team. And I was scared to go up against them because, like, they are pretty good. But I had faith at the same time that we could win. And so I was staring at that TV screen for 3 quarters of that game. Last 3 quarters, I should say, mainly. And screaming and jumping and yelling and laughing and clapping. And guys, I was hyped. I'm not even going to lie. Like, we ended so close in that game. And then we had it tied with 10 seconds left in the game. We got to stop. Devontae had the ball. He'd been doing so good. Miles Bridges had been doing so good. PJ Washington had missed so many open shots. But I thought if Devontae wins this game, how fitting would it be that my phone background... Where's my phone? Whatever. My phone background is the picture of Devontae Graham last season hitting the game-winning shot in Madison Square Garden over the Knicks. And I thought, how fitting would it be if he got clinched as the 8th seed in Madison Square Garden, hitting another clutch shot to win a game. And he missed. And I'll be completely honest, nothing against Devontae Graham. Nothing. It's a gutsy shot. Somebody had to shoot it. The play kind of went, It kind of like messed up. Miles Bridges kind of froze. And at the end of the day, it was a good look. Really tough shot. He was running around and then got it and then shot it up. And I mean, the ball, when you replay it, because he had been spinning and then he shot it, the ball was going up, but it was also moving. And so it almost entirely missed the rim. But had Devontae's body been shifted a little this way, the ball could have easily been drained. But again, he had been hitting so many good shots, and he had a crazy second quarter, finished with like 25 points, I think, or something. Again, great game from him. Overtime came around, and guys, that whole sweeping feeling of being a Hornets fan for the past 3 years came over me. I gotta be real. Being a Hornets fan is awful. Guys, it just is, man. I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. It's terrible. I get into basketball for the first time because my younger brother, at the end of the 17-18 season, Dwight Howard leaves, right? But it's okay. We have a great team, right? Well, in my head, we have a great team because we have Tony Parker, who is in my stupid brain at the time because I didn't know much about basketball, a legend because that's what my brother taught me. And we had Kemba Walker, who is a great basketball player. And surely, if you have a great basketball player and a future Hall of Famer, you can win a bunch of games, right? No. And that season sucked. We almost made the playoffs, but we didn't. The Pistons and Magic ripped it away from us because we lost too many easy wins at the beginning of the season. Yes, I said that. We lost too many easy wins. Games against teams like Atlanta, we could have won. We didn't. And then the next season, we get Terry Rozier, and I'm like, oh, Terry Rozier? We got him for Kemba Walker? Are you kidding me? He's a backup point guard. Proves me wrong, but it has, his Terry Rozier's first season in Charlotte was like Julius Randle's first season in New York. It was like meh, but it wasn't. Because, well, they are different because Terry Rozier averaged like 17, 18 points per game, which is still good. But looking at him now, I'm kind of thinking, how did he not average that last season? Like this season, he's averaging more points than last season, and there are so many other scoring options this year. How did he not average like 25 last year, right? And Devontae took over last year. But still, it was very interesting and just weird. I think Terry Rozier finally realized he's a better shooting guard than point guard. I don't know. And then, of course, Julius Randle just was disappointing last year. And then he upped his game this year. And props to him. But that's obviously I'm getting off track. The last season is just ups and downs and ups and downs. Malik Monk has a great start to the season, then gets kicked out for drugs or whatever, which sucks. And then we're just losing a lot of games, but it's okay. We'll be good eventually, right? Maybe we'll get a top pick. Who knows, right, guys? And then we end up being the 10 seed or 9 seed, 10 seed. And then COVID hits and our season's done. And I don't get to watch Hornets basketball for 9 months. Awful. And then things start turning around. We get the most incredible odds. 9 years exactly. Or not exactly. What am I? I'm so stupid. Not 9 years, but 9 years and some change after Kemba Walker is drafted. We draft LaMelo Ball. Best drafting since then. Best player we've drafted since then. And right off the bat, Gordon Hayward doing well. Terry Rozier showing up. Devontae Graham slumped. He slumped so bad, but he's been turning it up the past few months. So good for him. But, like PJ Washington doing this and that. Miles Bridges really starting to come up and stuff and show out. And him and LaMelo Ball, Airbnb, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul. It's just great. Hornets basketball's fun. We're getting so much media attention. It's great. And then things start falling apart. And so here we are. One more game tomorrow. I'm looking up, and at the All-Star break, we were 17 and 18, and I made a chart of every single game and made my predictions on which games we would win and which games we would lose. And based on, I took like the maximum amount of wins I thought we'd win, the minimum amount of wins we'd win, and then like did math and found like the median or mean or whatever, and ended up making my prediction off of that, and predicted that the Hornets would go 34 and 38. Guys, I can't make this up. We're 33 and 38. It's like, it's just like one more win. And my prediction was right. Like, it's kind of nuts. And based on the games that I have gotten right versus gotten wrong, like game predictions, and this was before the injuries, before the COVID protocol stuff, which is even crazier that I predicted some of this stuff right. I have a positive record. I think my winning versus losing on my guesses is like 60%, which is kind of wild. But actually, it probably is going down now because I did predict today that we'd beat the Knicks, and we actually lost. So, and I said in my predictions that we'd beat the Wizards tomorrow, but it's a close game. I put close. Some of the games I put like close to the side. Guys, if we don't win that game tomorrow, we could fall to the 10 seed. Yeah, because Indiana's playing the Raptors, and I don't see the Raptors beating the Pacers. And either way, like, we are playing the Wizards tomorrow. I don't think they're resting anybody. I'm pretty sure Bradley Beal and Westbrook are going to be playing, which is just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. How did they know? And they're on fire, and I don't want to face them in the play-in tournament, because if we face them in the play-in tournament, we're doomed. Great thing about going up against the Celtics is that even if we, even if we do lose to the Celtics, we have a second round. And honestly, as a former Kemba Walker fan, or as a Kemba Walker fan, I should say, but former Kemba Walker on the Hornets fan, I want to see him go off on the Hornets. In a sense, like, if we don't play well against the Celtics, I kind of want to see Kemba Walker go off against us. Can't explain why, but he's been getting a lot of hate recently, so I think that's maybe why. And then maybe we can, and then even if we lose to the Celtics, then at least we have another chance. If we fall to the 9 or 10 seed, we get one chance. And then if we win that game, then we have to win another game. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if we, there's at least a chance against the Celtics. And if we win one game, then we're in the playoffs. If we lose, we have to go and play another game. And it's just, guys, it's just, I hope we win tomorrow. I really hope we win tomorrow, because if we don't, then we're the 10th seed, and it's just, oh man. Like, I gotta be real with y'all. This season's been tough. I mean, I'm happy. This season's been a success. It really has been. I don't know why I'm saying this stuff, but it's just, we could lose people in free agency this offseason. Malik Monk. Then we have to pay Devontae and Miles Bridges. And I so hope we bring back Devontae if that's the case, because Devontae is one of my, if not my favorite player in the entire NBA. Y'all know that, because even in these videos when Devontae was shooting in his slump, I was trying to back him up, even though no matter how hard it was, I was trying to back him up. And it's just kind of like, I just want to see this team in the playoffs. This is my favorite team that I've ever seen play, Hornets-wise. They're fun. They've got potential. Like Michael Jordan once said, the ceiling is the roof. But, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, guys. Anyways, this is me wrapping up the rest of the Hornets season, except for the last game. If the Hornets win tomorrow, I will make a video. If the Hornets lose, then I will probably not make a video for at least a moment, unless it's like a reaction or something of like me in a fit of rage or something. But I mean, I don't know, guys. This is unscripted, obviously. I'm just disappointed. Because I was staring there in front of my TV, yelling, losing my voice, getting so hyped, thinking we were going to win. We were going to clinch the 8th seed. We didn't have to go against Washington, which I fear for my life against the Wizards because of how good they've been. Westbrook is coming alive. People said he was washed. I always was rooting for him this season. Always. And now we've got to face them and win to clinch the 8th spot. Yeah. Could it be fate? If we win, my season prediction's right. Or do I get what's coming to me and get smacked basically in the face and just one win off? Guys, I guess we'll find out. But either way, I hope you guys are doing okay. Sorry I haven't been making a lot of contact, or not contact, what's the word? That stuff. Stuff on this channel. Sorry I haven't been making a lot of stuff on this channel recently. But content. There we go. Content. But you know, life gets busy. I'm always exhausted around this time of the year, and yeah, hope you guys are doing well, staying safe and all that, and I'll catch you guys later, guys. Peace out. Take care.